The last 30 days, we've done like close to $500,000, I think. I switched to AI and everything changes. We've been doing like $20,000 every single day consistently.
How much is done with AI in your brand?
90%, maybe even 100, you can argue. We can go to like 2, 3, 4 million a month, 100%. If you want to scale shop specifically, that's a huge opportunity.
It's insane. Maybe you can walk us through the whole journey of everything. And I mean, also like how exactly you're making the money and seeing the whole space moving in the direction.
For everybody that doesn't know what we're like talking about right now, right? Like I have one of the brands like in our TikTok Shop AI program, and like we're currently like the biggest brand in the program in terms of the revenue that we make. Basically, like it's all based on AI content we sell like on TikTok Shop in the US, right? And the revenue that we just talked about is all made by our students. So basically, like I coach them with like my team, like Sean, Max, a couple other people, and yeah, they make. It wasn't like that from the beginning, but now like that we're like 1 or 2 months like into this program, like people are crushing it, like they're making insanely good videos, and like that's just kind of like the whole structure that that we have right now. Yeah.
So basically what you've been able to provide is like a really good product and a really good brand, and then also coach everybody who's in the program to basically make you a bunch of money, which is insane. It's crazy to even think about this, but how much in percentage, how much is done with AI in your brand?
90%, like it's like 90, 95. I've like 4 creators that are non-AI, and even them, we are working on like mixed style between like talking and AI. So it's maybe even 100, you can argue. Yeah.
It's actually insane. Where do you think things are moving over the next like year or two with AI?
The next year with AI, AI in general, or like content AI, like
Yeah, let's start with that.
AI content. People like start DMing me like crazy when Sora 2 drops, and like, you know, it's like, oh, like guess what? Like AI is gonna get better. Like it's like, you know, some people just need like that wake up call. Sometimes just like when a new software comes out, they see where it's going. But like I've been preaching that like for a year now. It's like it's evolving so much more than any other type of content naturally. So by that, if something evolves more and something gets better all the time, more chances will come out of that, right? So I think it's gonna replace most of UGC. Honestly, like there might be some regulations in some countries as well, but I do think in the broad scheme of things, it's gonna like pretty much exchange like UGC for sure.
Yeah, I fully agree. There's just no way how over the next year or 2 years, videos are not going to be fully perfect. And it's just like, it's exactly where it's going. Now, you still see differences here and there right now. You can't like, it's a little bit more annoying to make long form UGCs and things like that. But overall, it's going to be for sure 100,000% be possible to make a 1-hour video, which looks fully real in the next few years. And it just is easier to do that. So it doesn't make sense to record it with your face because it's so much easier to do. And you're seeing this as well with the students.
And it's also like, it's what people also don't understand is that it's not gradual. It's like, it's exponential growth. So like, it's not gonna, the progress that we've seen in the last 3 months is like, we've used like Hydra at the beginning, which people love about those videos now. They look entirely different already in 3 months, and it's not, the next 3 months is even gonna be like a bigger step than the last 3 months. So because it's exponential, right? So that's what people don't really understand. Like, yeah.
100%. And it's obviously also the right boat to be in. Like it's the most obvious call of my life.
Yeah.
The right boat to be in, because obviously it's just going up.
You can feel it. Like, I mean, I switched to AI and everything changes, you know? It's like, it is for sure like that, yeah.
How is it for you to now be like the main head coach of the whole AI TikTok Shop program?
I mean, it's a blessing for sure. Like, I've been in the program like for so long, like also like as a coach for sure, right? But like it wasn't comparable to now. And I really love the community that we've built. I kind of like brought my own style into it, which is like really nice. I think a lot of people enjoy the coaching a lot, and we have like kind of a family there. We're just like, it gets like really personal now, which I really like. It's nice also to see those like literally like people like me that are, you know, like 18, 19, 20 years old, and like they make their first 10K a month. It's pretty cool to see for sure.
It's insane. It's also like, I think with AI, it just shows on how low the barrier is right now. And it's like, there's 80% of all the things which were really difficult to do, AI just replaced them. And it's a very different game now. Like you can focus on so many details now because you don't have to re-record a video. You can just prompt it again. And now that you have this entire overview over so many students at the same time, what do you see as like one character trait which all of the top guys have in common? Like what do the most guys do?
I mean, it's the same. The biggest bottleneck for everybody is always consistency. And it's like nobody does a thing for like 6 months straight every day. Like the people that actually do something for 6 months straight every day, you can count them like on one hand pretty much. this is just like, even people that start on, they have this beginning motivations, but they don't do it until the end. A lot of people just start business and they view it in like 2 short time periods. Like they think I have to be successful in 1 month or 2 months and make like 100,000. Like, sure, that happens, right? Like we see that, but it's like, it's not the average case that you make 100,000 in the first month. You're trying to learn a skill and build a business, and that's like they get frustrated too quickly. They quit too early, and like they don't really have persistence. I think that's the biggest bottleneck, or just like effort, that they don't give a fuck about the videos. Like that's the other thing. Yeah.
Biggest problem with business in general is that the rewards are always very delayed, and the results in general, like if you don't do shit right now, like you personally, for the next 2 months, things are going to be fine because you already built motion and it's okay. But then in 3, 4, 5 months, things are going to start going down. And even if you start working in 3, 4 months again, you're going to feel it later, even though you're working again. So it doesn't like there's no connection between today and the results you do in this month.
They see that I did like 500,000 like the last month or whatever, and they say like, oh, this is like this quick come up thing. But it's like, bro, I feel like when the program was still organic, I was like I was already grinding AI like alone. Nobody even knew that I was doing it. I was like literally sitting alone in my apartment and like cutting. TikTok Shop wasn't even the thing in Germany, and I was like cutting videos like in Germany with like basically with AI, and like I had no reward at all for that, like for months, for like 4, 5, 6 months until it actually like paid off and like things changed. So like that's the perspective. You have to think in like 1 or 2 years if you really want to like make that kind of money. I think like it's not a short-term process.
100%. You've already been making money here and there, and it's been really good for you over the last few years. But now this was a massive boost again with this whole brand. How do you generally feel?
I made good money before. Like I was always like making 4, 5 figures like the last 2 years for sure, profit everything I want. Like, but it's like now this money is like it's a different type of feeling for sure. I'm not gonna cash anything out. Like most definitely, I'm gonna reinvest everything. I'm not gonna cash out a single dollar. But it's like still, it's a crazy feeling to like see make a 6-figure profit in a month. Actually, it's like it's an insane feeling, and it's like it's also like a bit life changing because I know not because of the money itself, but because I know it's like we launched this brand like 4 months ago, and like we're now at 500,000. I know where we can go like in a year. Like we can go to like 2, 3, 4 million a month, 100%. That's just the perspective that I have right now.
It's very realistic because you just have the entire overview over every individual who helped you make that money. Like if you look at the creator level, you're going to see very obviously why you made all of this money. And the reason is you gave really good support in the program to just help people to make money.
It's the best way to make money, kind of, because like you make money by like making people money, which is like really nice, you know. So like you provide people value and you get rewarded for it. So it's like having a brand is like a really nice thing in general also, like for sure.
And it's literally like you right now, you're not able to make a single dollar without helping someone making a single dollar.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's like specific sauce you have for brand owners, first of all?
For brand owners in general, it's like you have to have a network. I'm only as good as my creators are, right? And my creators are only as good as me. So like that, it goes hand in hand. So you have to like have this type of like community, and it's not easy to get that if you're a brand owner and let's say like you're already doing well on Amazon or Facebook, but you don't have this like creator network. You don't have this like group of like 20 people that are getting coached and actually are, you know, actually posting videos every day. That's the most important thing to have that, and also like to keep them motivated. You know, that's what all these brands are missing. And there's a lot of brands that are like way bigger than us, but we outscale them right now drastically on TikTok Shop just because of that creator group that we have. So the network, if you want to scale shop specifically, you're just only as good as your creator team is. So right, that's what you live off. So that's the most important thing. And then just having a community is the most important thing. Not treat them like employers or something. Like you have to like, you know, have a personal connection to them.
I think what we've seen as was a massive shift in the whole like coaching program is even with organic, we had insane results and it was really, really good. However, there was one massive difference, and the coaches weren't as incentivized to make students money as right now. Like right now, the whole structure is so different because if you're a coach, just imagine this. You're a coach in a program and you coach people and you see them succeed and it's all great and you get paid. Everything is amazing. However, imagine you only get paid if they make a bunch of money and they make you a bunch of money, which basically is the case here. Like the coaches basically have a cut in the business of the creators, which makes them so much more motivated in everything. And it's even like there's even more support right now because of that.
I can just say like the system as we've built it now works so well because everybody's incentivized. And I can just tell you like people like Max or Sean, like they're really like I changed their life entirely for sure the last month. Like not gonna lie, like for sure. But it's like also they live for the shit now. Like they're grinding. Like I've been grinding anyways the last month. I lived only for the program, like for my brand. But it's like they are also like doing the same stuff. Everybody because just everybody, you make money, I make money, we all get rich together. That's like, it's very different. Organic was like a single player game, that's what I used to say. And like this is like it's a team game. That's really nice. So like organic was always like, oh, don't let him know like my product or whatever. Don't let him show my videos. Nobody really knows what the other person is doing. Now it's more like it's a community thing. So that's way different.
And one more thing, which makes it like way easier to succeed in the program on top of this, is what happened with GMV Max over the last month or so. There's one specific thing which just outcompetes everything else when it comes to GMV Max. As a creator, if you go into a brand where there's 500 other creators and the brand is spending, let's say, $10,000 every single day, these 10K in GMV Max ad spend are going to be allocated to 1,000 creators. Now, if there's only 10 creators, there's 10K, which are spent every day, and they're being allocated to only 10 people. So the chance of you getting that spend is significantly higher. And this is what we do in the program. We only have brand exclusive brands where GMV Max spend is only done in the program, which limits it to you specifically. And the people in the program just have an edge by being in it because the spend is on them and not on other people.
I can tell it to you from like my perspective. I've been pushing like $1,000 to $2,000 every day in ad spend just on our students. So like I actively spent money to make them money. So like that's how every brand does. And like that even boosts the success rate of the program much further. If you compare that to other large brands, if you look at like the top 10 dashboard, you usually compete with like 2,000 to 4,000 creators literally making videos. And we have like this, like, sure, we have very good creators, but we only have those teams of like 30, 40, 50. And so you have a higher chance of actually going viral with ad spend there for sure. Like
100%. And for people who don't understand what we're talking about here, basically on TikTok, it's like Facebook ads on steroids. And basically every single account which has one listing, one product linked in their TikTok shop thing, TikTok shop will allocate ad spend on every single account who has that. So one product, 10 accounts. Across the 10 accounts, TikTok is going to decide where to spend the money. And that's my point. If you have 100 accounts there, it's much more difficult that your account is going to be picked to be spent on. And here it's significantly easier. And this also works, by the way, in like niche things. Like we've seen, if you, for example, just go into like the Spanish speaking market or in Germany, you just crush instantly because that's what works. And you can maybe talk about specifically Spanish in the USA. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, no, we also like, it's just like, because we have these large data sets, that was the same thing on organic. Like, it's just, we have these large data sets of like, we see exactly what's working. And it's like, for example, French content works really well in France right now. It's like money glitch to do it. Like basically, it's like everybody just makes like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 directly. It's super easy. Or like Spanish content. Like there's these like few things you can't, if you're just on your own, it's very hard to see those things. But it's like, since I have the overview over everything, I can just like, oh, this guy's not doing well. Let him just like throw him there. And like, he makes like his first 1 or 2K. That's exactly what Spanish content in the US. I mean, we talked about my 500,000, right? Like, I think, not gonna lie, we're looking at like 50% Spanish content in the US that I made, like maybe like 200K or something of like Spanish content there. It's a great strategy right now.
And the reason for that is that if you have a TikTok shop link in your video, you only by default, if you sell a US product, you will only get shown to the US audience. And with organic dropshipping, for everybody who's from that world, you guys know if you post a Spanish speaking video, you instantly go viral in like the Latin markets. But here we go viral in the US for people who speak Spanish, which is a very big audience, but the conversions are significantly higher. It's not even close.
Also Spanish talking head, like everybody that speaks Spanish and like wants to show their face. Like I can just tell you guys, like, Tomas is gonna become a millionaire by that shit. Like Tomas is gonna be a millionaire in the next half a year is my call right now. Like you them. I saw the conversion of the product today. Like he's going the same direction like my brand. Like he's gonna be like, and it's all based on Spanish language in the US. So like anybody watching this being from Spain or Latin America and like that actually wants to show their face, I think that's a huge opportunity. That's very because we do most things AI, right? And like we don't really talk about that stuff, but that stuff is also, it's insanely good right now. It's literally insanely good.
100%. This is ridiculous. Maybe you can first of all refresh and also explain to people why it's on Shopify and not on TikTok Shop, because I already know there's going to be a bunch of comments.
Yeah. So we basically like TikTok Shop and Shopify are connected. So you like basically sync the backend of like your Shopify with the TikTok Shop. That's also like, I know this conversion rate is not accurate, the sessions are not accurate, only those two things are accurate. Like the sessions and conversion rate don't get tracked from TikTok Shop here. I just Shopify looks nicer, so like I will show this. But it's like basically what you can see here is like we even had to scale down, by the way. Like we would have made like 500, 600, but like there was like some Chinese holiday. I had to scale down like to, we've been doing like, there was a week where we've been doing like $20,000 every single day consistently throughout the entire week. So like we've not hit like under 10K days for the past like 5-6 weeks. That means like directly like $3,000 profit a day for students. That means like we're paying out like $100,000 plus. This is like $100,000 in profit for students, like raw profit for students. Like,
And it's not that many people, by the way.
This is like 20 people. This is like 20 people. So like that's nothing, like for sure. No, but this is insane numbers. It's also like it's hard to compare that to anything on like organic or like all the other, like in terms of just the volume of the numbers. You rarely see those there. Like you have these Facebook numbers like that for sure sometimes, but it's like it's a different world, I think. Like, and you can also, we will scale this to like Amazon, we will scale this to Facebook. This is like solely shop, right? So yeah, there's gonna be stuff on top.
It's gonna be massive. Maybe you can also quickly show the GMV Max stuff.
No, but what you can basically hear, this is like what we just said about like GMV Max. For everybody that's coming from Facebook, it kind of works like a CBO, right? So like TikTok, this is the ad spend that I push on the brand like in a day, and it then decides like where to put that ad spend, like behind which video, but just based of the quality of the video. So if your video, it's still the same game. Your videos go viral organically. The best video wins, but just like it gets boosted even further. So we had, for example, we had like a single video made like by Sean. Sean made a video in September that made $100,000, like one video. So like it's that only works with this new strategy basically. So, and as you can see here, I spent like 2.4K. I had like a return on ad spend of like 8, and we made like $20,000 on like that day before.
And these are very normal return on investments. Like 8 is very
8 is an average thing. Here I even overspent a little bit. We did like only 15, and then we did like 22, and then we did like 19, like for sure. Like those numbers are crazy, and they're like also incomparable to like all like any other like ad platform. Like if you tell like in Facebook guy like that you have a ROAS of like 8, he's gonna call you crazy.
It's hilarious. Like look at this cost per purchase, by the way. This is 2.7. This is like for anyone on Facebook, this doesn't even look real. It's so insane. So yeah, it's actually crazy. Now let's go back to a full-on beginner, starting with TikTok Shop AI. How does it go about this? Maybe give me a full roadmap on how to do it the best.
Yeah, the first thing is like for sure you have to get your accounts ready, right? Like I would most definitely, like that's the start of point. You have to get like a good account supplier. That can really be the make or break point, like for some beginners, if they have like shitty accounts all the time, they get like issues, that can be hard. So probably just like get your accounts ready. And like how I usually calculate is 1 account per 2 hours a day that you have. So if you have like 8 hours a day, you would run 4 accounts. If you have 2 hours a day, you would run one account. That's usually what I would calculate with. What I would usually suggest beginners to do is like go with 50% in the US, 50% EU. So you have like a good split. It's usually a bit easier to make money in the EU. From then on, like if you would not be in the mentorship, it's kind of tough, because like what software are you gonna use? Like how does it even work? Like how are the videos made? It's very unlike organic. You could kind of like imagine, oh, this is how I have to film it, but it's like if I would just see our videos, I wouldn't even know how to do it. So like it's like if you are in the mentorship, then of course like you know which softwares to take, and it's basically just like you have to first of all, after you get your accounts ready, it's kind of like a 2-step process. The first step is always get your visuals right? We're making AI videos, and they should look like real videos. We're trying to imitate real videos with it. So you first of all have to get the visual quality and the visual standard high enough to even make your chance, to even have a chance of going viral, right? So that's the first thing. Only focus on copying videos at the beginning. Focus on not like be the crazy script writer. Just get your avatars look shit usually. So like get the avatars to look good. That will take 1 to 2 weeks for most people. Some people will get it done after a day, but it depends. And then after that, it's all about like, you said it at the beginning, but it's like AI replaces all these other bottlenecks like filming and stuff, but it amplifies, it accelerates, it makes the meaning of creativity more important, because all these like simple things are getting wiped off. So you have to understand that like in the long run, by like copying videos, like you're not gonna go viral by copying videos and jumping on every single trend. Like we are only so good because we have like, I have calls with all coaches 2-3 times a week just to innovate on concepts. I put like all the effort on that shit. Like that's really what we put the focus on, because creativity wins in the game. So like that's the next thing, which is the hardest thing to figure out by far. But if you have that figured out, you know, you make money as a creator. Probably looking at like first few months, few $1,000s, 4 figures profits. It's like the what I usually see. And then later on you go to like 5 figures profit a month. If you're like one of the top dogs, you can go up to 40-50K even like profit, like couple months in a row. And usually it kind of goes into this direction. Of course, there is a limit of like being a creator at some point, like when you've made like 100,000 profit plus, right? Like you can go 2 directions. You can go agency, and you can just scale up with like, you know, like a team of like people, and you work for brands, and you just like scale by volume. Or you go down the route of like starting your own brand. But that's like, I would say starting a brand is like, it's the hardest thing out of all of them. It's not every good creator is a good brand owner, and there is 1,000 things that you can do wrong. Like there is legal shit, there is back end stuff, there's so much other stuff. So that's the other opportunity that you have. Usually I would say after 100K liquid, you can start a brand, like not even earlier.
And that's why it's so straight to the point to become a creator. With every other business, you have to handle every other part of the business. And I've seen like one similar thing to being a creator is in this whole sales industry. If you're a sales guy, you almost own a business because you get a commission of everything and you only have to do the sales. And this is very similar. And this is, you just do the videos. You don't worry about anything else. You just sell and that's it. And this is a very lucrative thing to start with in the very beginning, just to save up a bunch of money and build a skill set. I've also seen how like this very similar to sales. Like if you are really good at sales, then it starts to make sense to sell your own stuff at some point. But in the beginning, it's the best thing to do to be a sales guy for another company where you can just learn. And worst case, you don't even lose money. Nothing bad happens.
It's also, okay, this is like also, that's a great point about like entrepreneurship in general. It's like people, like when they start like businesses in general, usually a lot of people are very product focused and they want to design the best hoodie ever. They want to design the best supplement ever. They have these, you know, they see these startups and they want to like, oh, I got it, this crazy formula. You don't know marketing. You want to sell something, but you don't know how to sell something. So like, it's like the baseline of everything naturally is marketing. Like you can't make $1 million brand if you don't know how to sell like a t-shirt for like $20. So like you can have the best t-shirt in the world. If nobody knows that you are selling this t-shirt, you're not going to make dollars. So like you have to, it's also like, it's nice because it's the lowest barrier of entry to start with marketing, but it's also the only logical entrance point, I think. If you come from the product side of things, you can't make it work. It's impossible to make it work. It's way easier to come from the marketing side.
You're going to hear these crazy big entrepreneurs like Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg, like these top guys who are going to say the exact opposite. And it's true for them. Like if you're Elon Musk and your IQ is off the charts and you're like this crack genius, fine, you can go product. But for the regular guy, it's not going to work out.
It's also not needed.
Exactly. It's not needed. And you will fuck up your life by listening to people who are way above your league in terms of smartness. You're going to see a lot of people who are like following Elon Musk on their advice. It works because he's Elon Musk. It doesn't work for you.
And it's also like, it's like, if you want to make like under $100 million, you don't need to invent like the next light bulb to like, you know, like, or like the next like fucking, you don't really need to reinvent the wheel. If you want to make like $20 million, bro, you can just start like anything, like a supplement brand. You can start like some
boring shit,
anything that already exists. You just have to execute it well. And like you have to learn marketing first. Then you have to maybe like, okay, maybe you can enhance a product, right? Or you can fill up the gap in the market, sure. But it's like the easiest thing is just like to come from the marketing side of things, work really hard. The easiest thing to make $10,000 profit every month is to learn one skill and to work so hard on it that it would be unreasonable to not succeed. You make just 10K a month then, and then you can go into the other stuff. Easy. To start off with the big plan is never the right way. I just did the same thing. And when I was 16, I wanted to start a fashion brand and like all these things. Like, it's not working, bro. Like, it's not possible.
Yeah, it's just too tough. And I mean, you can also now speak really well from the student perspective because you've coached so many in the program. You can walk through how the program actually works, give a few examples, etc.
Yeah, how the program basically works, it's like you come into the program, you have your first calls, right? And like we will tell you exactly what strategy you're gonna do. Like it's not like you have to choose anything. We will tell you this country, this country, this country. We have partner brands in every single country like that has TikTok Shop: France, Germany, Spain, Italy, US, all of them. And like we just tell you what is the most like beginner friendly strategy or wherever you are, right? And then you start basically like working with our partner brands that have like, you know, exclusive deals, better commissions than like usual brands on TikTok Shop because we have the room to negotiate that. And then after that, I mean, you start making content and it's just, we're there, you know, like you can book 3 calls a week with multiple different coaches, right? Like, and we have like, how many group calls do we have? Like 3 a week plus like brand calls. We have, so you're gonna have like so much support. It might annoy you. Like that's how I try to build it. Now we have brand managers for every single brand. They take group calls. I take group calls. Noah takes group calls, Max takes one-on-one calls, Sean takes one-on-one calls. So we have like coaching from all sides, and you can also like choose, okay, who's the person that I want to work with most? Who's my mentor that I want to, you know, book the most calls with? So that's kind of like the how it's gonna work, and you just start making content every day. You get reviews every single on all the other calls. We tell you exactly from step by step, how are you going to make a good AI avatar? What softwares are currently hot? What are the current trends? And we will, yeah, just go there like step by step. It's a process that currently changes, and I'm currently also like, I'm really after like enhancing the mentorship and just like making the life of, especially for getting the threshold for people high, very, very low, to make like their first $1,000 to $5,000 profit every single month. That's my main goal. And people that join the mentorship will see that like you will get not put on like the most competitive brand ever. You will get put on like this project that nobody knows about in like some weird country like Germany, France, or whatever, right? So like that's usually how it's built, and that's how the program works to make sure that everybody has like at least this like, you know, multiple 4 figures profit a month.
And it's just so many extra edges which you get by just being in the program. You get higher commissions, you get calls where we tell you winning concepts which work right now, which you wouldn't even know about. Like every single week, there's a new concept which pops up, which does great, and the entire group instantly has access to it, and they're the first ones to be able to replicate that. Now, you have to do all of that innovation by yourself normally. And the creativity part, which you were talking about earlier, that's difficult. Now, we handle that. Like, you don't really have to be that creative because we give you the exact concept, we tell you the exact softwares on how to generate everything. And then on top of that, we connect you with the brands where you get GMV ad spend like pushed down your throat, which is ridiculous.
I'm super after giving like out weekly concepts and working with my team exactly on that stuff. It's like we have this weekly recreate where we analyze exactly what are the 3 newest, highest performing concepts on TikTok Shop AI right now. And then on every Sunday, we break them down into tutorials, into step-by-step, click-by-click tutorials, literally, and explain how to recreate them, how to iterate them, and send that out every single week. And that's just one of the things that we do. So like we literally, you don't have to just like think of ideas all of yourself. We like literally give you the stuff because we have the data sets to do that. We give you the stuff that's currently working. It's literally number 1, number 2, number 3. We click on one of these, and then we actually have like a full tutorial. Step 1. Step 2, and you see the effort that we like. Shout outs to Max at this point. Like he's an awesome coach. Like he's doing the best job ever. Like he's carrying for sure. Like this is just like he does this on a weekly basis, and it's understandable for everybody. And he does this for every single content type, pretty much.
Yeah, and the most of the screen is going to be blurred for people to understand what this is. It's basically a link with the video, which did really well, an explanation why it did really well, and a step-by-step, click-by-click thing, tutorial on how to recreate the same exact thing and what to change to make it even better. That's basically what you get every single week, which is actually insane. Here's, for example, like a group chat, which we have with all the students, where you just see every single day being posted how people are crushing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like literally, it's insane. Also, like for example, Jimmy, like shout outs to Jimmy here. Like he's done, like he's so persistent. He's been in the program for like 2 years, even done organic very successfully, made like multiple 6 figures there already. So and now he's like actually like doing so well here again. Like he does like it's kind of a crazy picture. It's 3 different phones. Like he's absolutely like crushing it right now. And like he's doing like he's at $100,000 this month. I'm gonna gift him like a trip to Miami, like or like Bali, whatever he wants. I'm that's by the way what I do for all of the people in my brand. I give out like a trip to like Bali and like Miami or like whatever they want to go after like 100K in GMV. So like he's made like $30,000 profit this month, plus like I'm gonna give him that trip. This is like a crazy screenshot just for me. Super happy to see that, and it just shows like what persistence really does. But also like other people, you know, we got like Jaden just joined. I mean, like maybe he literally joined like a week ago and he made like 3.5K like today. So like that's pretty crazy. But it goes on and on and on. I mean, I can go here and go here and go here. And like we have where's the I have to show one more thing. Like I have to do that. Like it's like the mysterious man. The mysterious man. I can't name who he is, but he's like he's also done like over 100K last month. Absolutely crazy. One of our coaches, Max here, 30K. It's like it's a gold rush, and like I it's also like, which is crazy. It's like it's the same people winning all the time. So like that's it shows that it's a repeatable process, you know. Yeah.
100%. 100%. For everybody watching this right now, if you're interested in joining the program, you can sign up for a free consultation session. Click the link below. At this point, it just does not make sense to not be in the program if you want to do a TikTok shop affiliate. It actually doesn't make sense. Everything you need to do, everything is going to be better just being in the program. It's literally that easy. So, yeah. I mean, let's do a second update follow-up case study with you after
that's gonna be crazy. My case study is gonna be insane, and then also like Tomas, guys, you guys don't know. You guys don't know this man. Like there's gonna be a couple of crazy fucking case studies coming for sure.
All right, guys, click the link below. Talk to you very soon.